You didn't fall because you chose to. Mephibosheth didn't either. He was just trying to escape danger, but along the way he fell and became crippled. That moment changed his life forever. And how many times does that happen to us? We try to run from what threatens us, but instead we end up wounded, scarred, and those wounds begin to shape us. Before we go on, subscribe to Prayer Brace. Here you'll always find messages that speak to your soul, lift your spirit, and restore your faith. The Bible says Mephibosheth was taken to a place called Lo-Debar, a forgotten place, a place with no pasture, no future, no hope. And that's where he stayed, hidden, broken, and alone, but not forgotten by God. Many people today are living in Lo-Debar, not a physical location, but a spiritual condition. You feel unseen, unheard, overlooked, like no one knows you're still here. Like no one believes there's anything left inside you worth redeeming. But God knows exactly where you are. He sees your pain, He knows your story, and He hasn't forgotten you. What's worse is when we start to believe that the fall was the end. The pain lasts so long that Lo-Debar starts to feel familiar. You begin to accept it as your identity, a place of silence, shame, absence, but God never wrote that as your final chapter. Far away, in the palace, King David remembers the covenant he made with Jonathan, Mephibosheth's father. A covenant of loyalty, of love, of legacy. And he asks, "Is there still anyone left from Jonathan's family to whom I can show kindness?" This didn't come from Mephibosheth. It came from the heart of the king. He didn't ask, he didn't beg. He didn't even know there was still hope. But the promise was still standing. Someone replies, "There is one, but he's crippled." As if to say, yes, there's someone, but he's damaged. He's not useful anymore. Still, David gives the order, "Go and bring him to me." The king's chariot rolls down to Lo-Debar. Picture this, the sound of royal wheels breaking the silence of that dry place. An unexpected visit, a second chance, a hand reaching into the valley of shame. If this word is already stirring something inside you, hit the like button and share this with someone who needs to leave Lo-Debar today. Don't keep it to yourself. Someone's breakthrough may begin with this message. Now pay attention. Mephibosheth is brought to the palace, but even standing before the king, he bows low and says, "What is your servant that you should notice a dead dog like me?" He was out of Lo-Debar, but Lo-Debar was still inside him. And that's how so many people are today. They've left the place of pain, but they still think like the pain. They're sitting in church. They're in the presence of the king, but inside they feel like they don't belong. But God doesn't treat you based on how you feel. He treats you based on the covenant He made with you. David says, "From now on you will eat at my table every day, like one of my own sons." The forgotten becomes honored, the carried becomes called, the broken is welcomed like royalty, and the Bible says Mephibosheth, though still crippled in both feet, always ate at the king's table. His feet weren't healed, but his value was restored. Because the king's table doesn't reject the wounded. Grace is not a reward for the flawless. It's an invitation for the humbled. God isn't waiting for you to fix yourself to call you. He's calling you so He can heal you. He's not inviting you because you're perfect. He's inviting you because He is faithful. Maybe today you feel broken, discarded, unsure of your place in the world. But hear this, the king's chariot is coming for you. Lo-Debar is not your final stop. The king is calling your name. Now take your step of faith. If this message spoke to your heart, if it feels like it was meant for you, subscribe now to Prayer Brace. Here you'll find more messages that will remind you daily, God is not done with you.